a minute. Can can.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it's time for Ken Stout Live.
Well, we had a black screen there for a minute. I don't know what's going on. That's kind of weird. Anyway, it's 9 o'clock. Boy, I got this started right on time. 9:01 now. June 24th, 2023. Welcome to Ken Stout Live with the Zoom homies. The Zoom homies with Ken Stout Live. Hello, William. Hello, Darren. And hello, Sam. I think I got you guys all good to go over here on OBS. You should be able to be heard. I haven't gotten any feedback yet from YouTube saying otherwise, so we'll just go with the we'll go with this. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Hope everybody had a good Saturday. I did some yard work today. I got my entire yard mowed, and about an eighth to a third of it weed whacked, and then my weed whacker finally decided it was going to not work anymore. So I'll be looking for one of those pretty soon. Somebody Wallow says, oh for the sound, so we were good on that. Cool. Go catch up with chat, which, well, that's interesting. I know there were people here before 12:22, but yet when I pop chat out, let me see if I can go to live chat. I know there were people here, yeah. So Bobby Warren was there at 12:13. He was first. Darren Go Home was second. Tony was third. William was fourth. Jeff Ryman was fifth. And Greg Guy said sixth place, not good. Sam was seventh. And John Alloy sneaked in at eighth. Hello, John. It's good. Always good to see John. Stealth Mode says happy Saturday, everyone. And Bobby is going to go to a trip somewhere, possibly next summer. Cool. How was your guys' day? Yeah, I did a little bit of Da Vinci. That's what I was doing when I brought Mom in here. That wasn't planned for her to be on Doug's by any means. She had shown an interest in it. My mom was quite a painter in the day. I have no artistic ability. So I was showing her what my artistic ability is on the computer. And I explained to her how This Is Saturday works. And then I've actually taken 4 pictures of her and Lorna and I'm putting together something for later on. And she found that to be pretty interesting. I discovered in DaVinci, Greg's not here, so I can get away with this, but I discovered in DaVinci, you can actually, in the color tab, you can do a power, or you can do the magic mask and mask something. Then you can go over to the power window and mask what you've already masked. Or you can do it vice versa. Basically, yeah, basically. I still have issue with the edges. My edges are just horrible. I was messing around with the blurring and um, some other things today, and I just could not make it look the way I wanted it to. And I disguised that with the background, to be honest. Um, I just I can't get it to where it's just perfect. And I know it's just a matter of blurring and a couple other things, and eventually I will get there. But I wanted to pass that along. I found that I discovered it very accidentally, inadvertently. Um, I had done some masking with the power window, and then without thinking, I clicked on the magic mask. And when I'm doing it, I'm like, wait a minute, that's actually still got the power window stuff in there. And sure enough, you go back over the power window and adjust it, and it affects the mask that, over in the magic mask. It's pretty cool. So, um, had a satellite guy out to install. Yeah, I would be interested in knowing if he gets any signal at all when it rains or when it storms. And Bobby says he cannot hear Zoom. Okay, so let me get an audio check out of Zoom, please. According to the mixer, you guys should be. Let me get another one. I'm going to double check the mixer. Anybody say anything?
Hello.
All right, that hit in the red, so that means that's good. So I don't know why he can't hear Zoom. Check your sound bar. The only thing I can tell you to do. John said the same thing. Okay, so
Still
hold
no
on. Let me check.
volume in Zoom.
Let me check my settings. I need you guys to talk so I can check my settings.
Oh, that might be it.
Hey, Darren.
Good morning.
Well, I can hear you in my earbuds, so that's a good sign. You guys are actually not muted in OBS, and you should be. I mean, it's
I can get you on Zoom, but not. I can get you on YouTube, but not Zoom.
You can't hear me on Zoom, but you can hear me on YouTube. That's interesting. All right,
Yep.
let's get one problem solved at a time. Let's get you guys over on Zoom first. But I need audio from you guys to say something so I can verify you're there.
Hey, Sam, did you catch any pitch yet? Hey, Sam, did you catch any
Hello.
pitch yet? Hey, Sam, did you catch any?
All right, it works.
Hello.
I got an
No
echo, so
volume.
we're cool. So now, Darren, you're saying you cannot hear me on Zoom?
Correct. I can get you on YouTube, but Zoom dead.
Sam, can you hear me on Zoom?
Still nothing on YouTube.
Well, Sam answered, but he's muted. William, are you hearing me on Zoom?
I hear you.
Interesting. So Darren can't hear me. William can hear me. And
But I can barely hear Darren on this side.
Sam is holding something up to indicate something.
Yeah, I'm trying to be quiet. 'Cause
He's talking away, but I'm not hearing anything from Sam. Oh, we should name this the Twilight episode.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Oh, there we can hear you. Yes.
Now we can hear you.
Yes. Now,
Okay.
Okay. So I can hear you. You can hear me.
Yep.
Okay. Darren, or
Still can't
William can hear
you.
both of us. And Darren, you can't hear me on Zoom yet still?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we hear you. Interesting. So Stealth is saying it's 5x5 on YouTube. Usually it's the other way around. Usually it's good on Zoom and horrible on YouTube. But tonight it seems to be not working on Zoom too well. Hello, Rick. Good to see Rick in chat. Stealth Mode says we're good. Bobby said he can record stuff and watch when the satellite is out. Living in Florida where you get occasional rain, you're going to have a lot of outages with your satellite, I would imagine. I know when we lived in Vegas, we had AT&T DirecTV, no problems whatsoever because it never rains in Vegas. Even the winds didn't bother. When we lived in Illinois, it went out quite a lot during the spring, summer, and fall during the rain and the snow. So Brian says, yuck, yuck, yuck. Nobody saw it. That's all I'm going to say for now. Later. Okay. So he put something in the introduction that apparently we have missed. So I'll have to go back and look at that in a little bit. I like the music that he added and changed it up, and we'll see if that slides through today. It should slide through. I've got all the faith in that he got that fixed for me. And Doug says I'm all right. I just don't want to run that risk that I would be the one that they make an example out of. That's what would happen. Great teaser. Yeah, I like it. He did a good job with that. Not sure why the one part was cut out, because I hit it from the tee shot all the way to when I was putting, including a little chip, and somehow the chip got taken out, but that's fine. I am going to go check something here. Am I still muted? I am not muted. Okay.
I think you better get a cute joke out of this one.
Mom used to have a cat. Uh-oh, I don't hear nothing coming out of the TV in there. All right, it's back. Yeah, she had mom's cat was mean, man. I'll tell you what, that cat, I think it just grew up on the wrong side of the tracks or something, because that was a mean cat. Most cats are finicky, but this cat was just downright mean. You go to pet it and try to bite you. You'd be sitting there enjoying resting, relaxation, watching TV or whatever, and it'd sneak up and scratch you. It was just a mean cat. What did I just did? I hit the wrong thing here. Oh, I'm up to 280 now. Cool. I gained another one. That is awesome. Let me go see if it tells me who it is. I did get a copyright notification from last night. I knew that I would. When I hover over copyright and go to see details, it's for the same. Oh, I got two of them this time. I got one for the introduction, and I got another one for, it's almost like they're looking for it now, because I've had the same outro for how long, and I have not had a copyright notification for that in at least 2 months now. And now all of a sudden I get one last night. Does the AI run in different shifts or what? Seriously. I mean, come on. Be consistent about it. Official Tim Tech was 279, so I don't know who 280 is, but I would like to thank them. I'm up to 280. 20 more in 6 days. Can it be done? Are we going to have a subscriber marathon one of these days?
I think the AI is like the IRS. Once you get under radar, you never get out of it.
I don't know. I do not know. It just strikes me as odd that I understand the one from the introduction. That one's pretty cut and dry. They've been really consistent about that. But this one with the outro, that's silly. I mean, it's just absolutely silly. So, Just Network gave him a good price, $79.99 for 3 years, and Spectrum is $69 for 2 years. Yeah, I would do away with the dish and go with streaming, 100% streaming. That's what I've done, and I pay 50 a year for what I have. And then we've got Netflix, Prime, Apple, Paramount, Max. Seems like I'm forgetting one, but I've got more than I need. When I was showing mom how everything works, I came to the realization that I'm almost like a cable TV that 200 channels now, of which 198 of them are shopping networks, and the other two is things you don't need either. So it works out. She's been happy with what we have. So it's good to see Doug today.
I loved it when he got the phone call and thought someone was playing music on the background.
Yeah, that was kind of, well, I thought at first he said it was me, and I'm like, I had checked everything because I had been having issues, and it could have been me. It really could have been me. So I checked everything, and I knew it wasn't me. And then I was explaining to mom that, when you talk, the box lights up around you get a yellow line around your box, so that's where the sound's coming from. And I was like, you see, the box is coming from Doug's box right now, but yet he's trying to figure out who's making this noise. And that was so funny. I literally, go ahead.
And it was a ringtone.
Yeah, yeah. I laughed so hard today at Doug. I mean, I had my microphone muted for the majority of the time, but man, there was one time I almost unmuted. I was laughing so hard, but I didn't. Tony Wallace says guilty.
All right.
I have different ringtones for people, so that if it's a ringtone, I'm gonna know it. If it's someone's TV, oh, Greg's not here yet. I don't know what's up with him. Maybe he took a nap. And we know Alex is gonna be late. Had something to go attend tonight, but he didn't say what time it started and stopped. I do have the green screen behind me tonight, although it looks like I do have some greenness coming through. And I thought I fixed that. Let me go check that. Yeah, I have it checked. So if I uncheck it, and then, yeah, you can see the green glow on my hand, and maybe it's too close. I don't know. Because I was thinking that was some of the issue I was having today. I couldn't get the cameras to work. The fish cam, which is over there not pointing anywhere, was coming on. The camera in front of me wasn't coming on. It was just a mess. It was just horrible. So I wanted to... I forgot what it was I was going to do now. Oh, I was going to throw something together for Sean's birthday, but I didn't get around to it. I wonder if I can do that during the hour here. Anybody got anything data-wise they would like to send me for Sean's birthday while I try to piece this together? I might as well turn it into a Da Vinci. Greg's not here. He's going to join and go, I was watching in the background.
Let's see. I might have the crown, the gold crown cake lift on the picture.
Well, I'm looking through my projects to see if I have a basic. Got a cramp. I mowed the grass, and it was like 89 degrees. I took 2 bottles of water with me, and they were both empty by the time I got done. It was just hot, but I had to get the grass cut. It was not green, but man, it was looking really bad. I've done like several birthdays now, and I can't find one of them. There's Alex Cheek's birthday. That's what that would be mean. I should reuse his and not change anything. Just go in there and put happy birthday, Sean. That's mean, though. That's mean. Let's see here. He has, so Bobby is watching what is on ESPN on Saturday night. Man, I haven't watched ESPN in so long. I can't tell you the last time I watched ESPN.
All right,
ESPN still
let's
in business?
see if we can save that a different name.
Well, for the most part, I I reuse a lot of stuff. I really do. I'll get it created and I like it, and then I'll just if it's like the YouTube first place, all I do is swap pictures and change names. And now that I can change dates relatively easy, I'll do that. Um, I would actually do this the way that I said I'd do it and not change anything, but Sean would probably not take it for the joke that it was meant to be, so I don't want to do that because it would be a joke, but I don't want to offend anybody. I'm laughing at my mom and Lorna. They're in there discussing. Lorna made a fantastic dinner tonight. Chicken tenders, some kind of cream, corn, potato, clam, chowder soup thing. It was really good. And then for dessert, we had cantaloupe with cottage cheese. Man, I couldn't think of it. I'm telling you, it was really really good. Um, so Sean said he's 38, right? Turning 38 today.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to go grab something off the internet that's got 38 on it. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. I mean, I know I was worn out from the yard work. I'm actually really grateful that the weed whacker gave out because I was beginning to wear out. I really was. Okay, I got co-hosts, so in case anybody joins, if you guys would let them in, I'll deal with anyone going in the waiting room as usual, and I'll deal with anyone that comes in that we don't think we know.
And Sean's cake's there in an email.
Okay, I'll have to go tell the two women to hold the noise down, doggone it. Good thing we didn't go to Cincinnati. They lost today. 7-6. 12-1 for the last 13 games. That's not too bad, actually. I think most professional teams on a 13-game stretch would love to be 12-1. All right, email. Let me go grab that first and foremost.
It's going to be interesting to learn to read a monitor mounted sideways.
You got it turned vertically?
I have a second one turned sideways.
Horizontal or vertical? I'm not following what sideways would be.
He's at vertical where it's
Up
a
and
long
up and
part. Yeah.
right. Yeah, I did that briefly. Like maybe an hour. Couldn't do it.
I'm considering using it to put the emails and that on too.
I was going to use it for chat. That was my intent. I had that monitor over there flipped vertical, and I experimented with chat, and it was the worst experiment ever. What do Minka Kelly, Lionel Messi, Mick Fleetwood, Jack Dempsey, and Sean have in common? Today's all of their birthdays would be my first guess. I have not Googled anything, but I would say that they all share today as a birthday.
Yeah, because it's the whole different ages range ages.
Yep, that would be what I'd say. Okay, the cake downloaded, so that's cool. He puts a trophy in there. Cool.
Then the thing, it's more in the typical one with a candle.
That would be Josh Kinder.
Yes, yes, yes.
Go ahead and let him in, if you would, please. Appreciate it.
What's up?
Hey, you missed Doug's today. What was going on?
I was sleeping.
Uh-huh. Likely excuse. Oh, excuse me.
I tried to play Fortnite with him, but he said he would play with me after an hour after he got done. And then he asked me if I was still in chat, and I spoke up and I said yes, but he never told me in chat.
Oh. So, what, you were going to play Fortnite with him tonight when he played?
I wanted to play with him, and I spoke up in chat, and he said he would play with me an hour after he got done, and then I spoke up, but I guess he didn't see me in chat, so he moved on to someone else.
Oh, okay.
He never saw me in chat.
Well, I saw that he was streaming his Fortnite, but I was doing something in DaVinci, much like I am now, and I need someone to start a conversation and carry it on for me while I put this together kind of rapidly and rather hastily. If you don't mind.
It's
So
better,
what's going on, Joss?
it's better if you send me a friend request to join your game rather than I send it. You know what I mean? Because if you send it, you can keep sending it to me over and over. And if you do that, then I'll know it's important. But if you just send it to me one time, chances are I'm probably gonna miss it because it comes in real fast and then it goes out real fast.
Yeah, that's something you probably ought to get with Doug on, because I don't play Fortnite any longer, so I'm not sending any requests out. I know
No,
that
I'm just
might come as
saying.
a shock.
No,
So,
I'm just saying.
yeah, I got you. William, the one you sent's got a bottle and it looks like Snoop Dogg's pictures
Yeah.
on it. Okay, I got the right one then.
If I was waiting for him to send me a friend request.
Yeah, again, I don't know how all that works. I couldn't tell you.
Of course, that's the cake that you don't want to get. The bottle you no good.
If it's alcohol, you're right. It wouldn't. I don't know. We had a bottle of wine from our Vegas housewarming that we kept for a really long time. I forget who we ended up giving that to drink.
But
I
my
was
vision
never a
isn't all,
big wine drinker anyway.
cause my vision isn't all that good.
Don't you, when you get requests like that, aren't they over your Zoom tech or not?
I can't run Zoom Text and Fortnite at the same time. It messes up the computer.
Oh, wow. Well, that's not
It causes
good.
the computer to freeze.
Are you at your aunt's house or a home?
At my aunt's house.
Okay, that must be the limitation when the minis.
But when I upgraded my computer at home and I added that extra RAM, I tried the same thing and it runs great. It doesn't freeze at all. Which makes me think that it needs more RAM. Because when I did that at home, when I had the 15 gigs of RAM, I had the same problem. But when I added the extra RAM,
Okay.
it went away.
So let me remind you, you said last night you were done doing what
Yeah,
you
I know.
just
I'm
got
not gonna
through
do it.
suggesting you're going to do.
I'm not gonna do it for this computer.
So both of yours and your aunt's computers had what, 16 gig of RAM?
Yep.
And did you experiment playing it on both computers or just your computer?
Just my computer. I haven't tried it on my aunt's computer. Well, I tried it once.
I say just leave hers alone.
Yeah, I would too. I would test it just to see if it's basically the same or not. I'd be interested in knowing if you have the same results, given you have the same amount of RAM. What's her processor?
The Core i5.
And what's your processor?
Core i5 11th gen.
What's her generation?
I think it's a Core i5 11th gen.
So it
Okay.
should be about the same horsepower.
Yeah, it should just about run. I would say almost identical.
I just think it is probably the memory capacity. Unless you got someone's going to do it for you, knows how to do it without mixing the machine up, leave it alone.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, the Core i5 11th generation. I'm looking right at it.
Probably kind of like a 11400 or something.
Yeah. But when I updated mine at home, that's the first thing I did is I went in and I played Fortnite and I had Zooms up running. It didn't have a problem. It did it right on. No previews, no nothing. I mean, I'm still all in the whole computer. I never put my name up. I just don't have any of my proper on there. You would think 15 gigs of RAM would be enough for all that. Apparently not.
You have you got your speech software on there too, right?
On this one, yeah. On both on
That
home, yeah.
yeah, that takes up space while it runs.
Yeah, I don't know how much space my speech software takes up.
It's going to vary, depends on what if it's active or what it's got to do and everything. And
Keep talking. You guys are doing great.
before you do watch any YouTube videos on
Zoom Windows root box
doing anything with little ones like yours,
menu open. Disable.
you don't have the hand capacity.
So he's got a. Are you referring that the nuke he's got's considered a little computer?
The mini PC that he has.
Oh, okay.
Where he's got to try to get his hands in the small little spaces and.
Yeah, it's a nuke. Yeah, it's pretty doggone little. That's for doggone sure.
I don't think he's got the hand control capacity.
I don't think I could get my hand in there either, though. To be honest, seriously.
Because when Carrie's supposed to send, I primarily could use it just to learn Windows 11.
The Zoom that takes up.
What now?
The Zoom that takes up 2 gigs and 50 meg. 2.58 meg.
Right there.
And the jaws takes up 1.1 gig point 58. All that combined would be
Almost 4.
4.
Yeah, almost.
You gotta
almost
remember,
4.
you don't have a total of 16 you're using with anyways. You're sharing that with your video.
I got Jim. I let him in.
104.
Right, but if you put a heavier video format in it, heavy video content uses more memory. That's just sitting there.
Oh, let me guess. He's going to start screwing something up again.
No.
He's trying to. We're trying to tell him not to touch the mini PCs.
Well,
Add more memory to them.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. If he screws it up, nobody helps him.
Yes, probably.
I'm serious. I mean, I hate to say this on the stream, but if he screws it up, nobody helps him.
I already said his hands are too unstable to even consider try to add memory to anything like that.
Yeah. What's it?
Well,
What's
on
it that
such
Dirty
a
Harry
small
used to
form
say?
factor.
Yeah. What was it? Dirty Harry used to say?
Man's got to know his limitations.
Yeah, really. Yep.
They can lemon separately, no problem. It's just that I can't see the friend requests coming in because they come in so damn fast.
Okay, are we
So
talking
once
about
you've
the same thing
established,
now?
how does that work, Josh? Once you've established that your friends, that pretty much stays there like until you get rid of them, or what?
It comes in for like a minute, let you see them, and then it goes away.
Right, but let's say you accept them as a friend, then what happens is are their friend status constant,
It
or
tells,
do
it
they
tells
pop
you
in and
whether
out?
it tells you whether they're online or not. You can see whether they're online.
Okay. That was a horrible job of masking out that. I can't believe that. Doggone it.
But the only time I really use the Zoom test is when I'm online with you guys because I need to see the mouth. I need to see where the mouth is at. The only time I use the fusion is like when I want to read something.
So when you were playing before, were you having issues seeing people send you requests? And how did you resolve it before? Okay. Josh, pay attention to the question. He didn't ask you if you did it yourself. The question is there anybody you trust that can do this computer work for you on your Nook should you decide that that's what you want to do? Don't even think about your Aunt Mary's computer. Just concern yourself with your Nook computer.
Is there any way I can bother you quick?
Be right back. I gotta go help Mom. I will be back. All right, I'm back. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, yeah, somebody's saying something's going on over on the stream. So hang on. I'm gonna track it down. Give me just a second. Nothing should have changed. Did anybody share their screen or anything? Okay. So it kicked over automatically for some reason. Why did it do that? Well, here, first things first, let's get the stream back up and running. And that'll do that. That'll kill that.
I'm
All right.
watching the eating, so.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Yeah, I killed the intro. No, I'm going to watch it later because I want to see what I missed. Because according to Brian, he went, ha ha ha, yuck, yuck, yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. We all missed something. No clue. Unless the macro somehow messed up. But that hadn't been an hour. It's been 42 minutes. So that's weird.
Yeah, according to what I'm reading in the YouTube chat, it's just like as soon as you did I'm going to go take care of mom, boom.
Right. Well, the only thing I did was I turned on my avatar and I muted my mic, and then I walked away. I took these out of my ear so I could hear mom. I don't have any idea what happened.
You gotta get rid of those ghosts.
Well,
Gremlin.
I'm sure this has nothing to do with it, but my mom had that TV so incredibly messed up. Maybe somehow the airwave mic in there got into here. I don't know. But it's back now. That's all that counts. So bring me up to speed on what's going on with Joshy. What's been determined or what's not been determined?
We're trying to tell me he wants to re-update his memory, disconnect it before he leaves to go back to the home, have his aunt take it to a local computer shop, put the memory in for him, and then be sitting right back on the desk ready for him to rehook it up when he gets back there. Is the safest bet for him to do it.
Yeah, but there's one problem with that. There's no computer shop around here that will do it.
I find that kind of hard to believe, Josh.
How do you know, Josh? It's a laptop memory. It's basically a laptop without a monitor. Or keyboard.
I don't know of any computer shop that would do it.
Have you called and asked?
Bring the green screen up.
No, because I don't know who to call and ask about that.
Thing called Yellow Pages, or there used to be.
Oh, forget that.
Oh, Doug Basin.
Dinosaurs don't run the planet anymore,
in.
Jeff.
Hi, Doug.
Doug Betts joins us. Hello, Doug. Live
Hello.
Windows Training, Doug Betts.
Good, Doug. Hi.
This is a shock and a surprise. Go right ahead.
We're all in trouble now.
I'm not.
No.
My show. I'll just put him in the waiting room. Oh, hey, Doug, go ahead.
Well, I checked over on your screen and saw that Josh is there, and so I figured I'd come in and find out what happened, Josh. I called for you after an hour, and you weren't there.
I was
And then
waiting for you.
15 minutes later,
That's
you
funny.
show up, and I told you 1 hour, and you weren't there.
I waited for you to send me a friend request because I wasn't going to send one to you.
No, it doesn't. There's no friend request needed. I was just going to send you an invite, but when that hour was up, I went in Fortnite to check what you were doing. It says you were playing solos, so you didn't even stick around to watch our game. If you're not playing with us, you're not interested in being there with us. That's a little bit of a slap in the face, Josh.
Voice.
It's funny.
Still streaming, right?
Oh yeah,
Pardon?
yeah. The stream is back. I don't have any clue what happened.
Okay, I will
seriously.
reserve comment I was
I
going to
have
make.
no idea
Well-
why it ended like that or jumped.
Well,
to
I
where it
do
jumped
know.
to.
I do know, Ken.
Okay, hang on. Let me get out of Da Vinci because you have my
Yeah.
undivided attention.
All right. Well, when I looked at your stream, it was black, but I was hearing voices. And then you announced that you were walking away to go do something. You had already been black screen for quite a while. So I went back to see when did it turn black. Josh was talking, and I could tell by looking at your face, Ken, that you had just clicked on something. I don't know what you clicked on, but you did something. So you need to go back and look at your video and recall what you were doing there.
I will actually do that. The only thing I clicked on was I put on my avatar. I just went up here like this and clicked on the avatar. That's the only thing I clicked on.
Yeah,
but I will say, I do have an issue that when I run the macro from my Stream Deck, it also, let me turn off my avatar. It also pops up a window for me to print something. And I've not gone in there to figure. Yeah, it's weird. The macro starts, but then it also puts this window up on printing something. And the only reason I know that it's a print something because in the lower right hand corner is a box that says print. I have no idea what it is. It's never popped up before.
Are you pressing a button on the Stream Deck to engage that macro?
Yes.
Okay. So do you have the correct window active at the time that you press the button on the Stream Deck?
Yes.
Okay, you would need to really look closely at that and understand what do you mean when you have the window active. That doesn't mean that you see it. That when you click on a different title bar of different windows, they should change color. And actually, as I'm doing this now, I'm seeing it doesn't change color. But if you actually grab the title bar of that window and then drag it, just drag it a touch, or click in that window somehow before you press the Stream Deck button, because if the computer thinks there's another window active when you press that button, then it's running that macro commands on another window, and some crazy things are happening now on screen. What is this?
So, well, I'm going to show you to verify that before I press my Stream Deck to start the macro, I bring up my advanced scene switcher, macro 1, and I make sure it's there. And then I hit the button, which is a hotkey actually, and it runs the macro. And it was working. The macro was working. Now, what it could be, and you know us, live, unrehearsed, unscripted, not practiced, and I'm about to look stupid, but I will almost bet you money that right down here, so it starts out and it runs technical issues, then it jumps over to scene 4, then it jumps over to YouTube first place, then it jumps down to main Zoom YouTube stream. I'll bet you anything this is going to say something under 60 minutes. Now it says 60 minutes. So what the heck? I told you I was going to look stupid. I mean, I called that. I nailed that. So well, I don't know. I was really expecting this to say something not other than 60 minutes. That would make sense. And then after 60 minutes, it goes into the end stream. And then after that runs, it goes to the next show announcement. And then it kicks back to scene 4, right? Or scene 3 in this case, which is actually scene 4. But I do not know. But yes, I do make sure before I ever hit the thing, the Stream Deck, that now I'm gonna hit end and see what happens.
I want you to finish that sentence first.
Which
you
sentence?
Didn't finish. You before you hit the Stream Deck button, you make sure what window is active.
Doug, how long have we known each other? You haven't figured my English language out yet. I make sure that the macro is on and the macro is in the state for me to hit the hotkey to make it run the macro.
But I think that's wrong. I think that's the wrong thing to do.
How would I do it? If this isn't running, how's it going to turn it on? That would support what you said about if the macro is not running. In other words, macro's not running.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Bring that screen back up.
I can't.
It means you don't want to.
No, it means I just messing with Doug a little bit. Okay, it's back up.
I'm gonna put you in the waiting room, Ken.
You know what? I was really sucked you didn't put me in there today, to be honest. Okay, we're back. We have the macro back.
Okay, these commands in the macro is trying to run OBS actions, isn't it?
It is.
So the
It was
window you
actually-
need to
Yeah, go ahead.
the window you need to have active is OBS, not the macro window.
Which would be this window right here. In order, okay, so I'm going to start this all over again. I'm turning that off. In order for me to get through the macro, I have to have OBS running because I have to go to Tools, I have to go to Advanced Scene Switcher, and I have to turn on the macro like that. If I don't have OBS running, I can't get to this point.
Okay, hold on a moment then. I'm just now realizing that these macros are a feature of OBS. This is not a separate macro program you're using, right?
Right, correct. This is in OBS.
Okay. Now, I did not know that. So you are bringing up the advanced scene switcher and launching the macro from there?
I'm launching. I can click run macro here, or I can hit the Stream Deck. I've got it hotkeyed into here. Yes.
Okay. So I would expect that the Stream Deck button should be activating this macro, and you shouldn't have to have this macro window open. Macros within a program should be able to operate without the macro configuration window being open.
I've not experimented with that.
It should. That is a normal case. I've done lots of macros and lots of different programs. I've never had to have the macro configuration window open in order to trigger or initiate a macro that's already been configured. So you should be able to close that. And as long as OBS has the focus, you should be able to do whatever your macro hotkey is. Apparently, you have that programmed into Stream Deck, but I don't know how that is programmed.
We have that in the Stream Deck as a hotkey.
Okay, Control P.
Right.
So
there it is. Wintermute was right. Control P.
That's print.
Start a print.
Okay, so I don't mean to interrupt, but why did it work for so long and then now suddenly it's decided, oh wait, I got to print something? Because it's worked up until last night and tonight with not doing that.
Hang on a second, I gotta.
So I need to change this.
Yep.
Yes.
That took 4 hours to figure out how to do that. You guys want me to change it now?
Control P is a bad choice.
Yeah,
You could use like
somebody let stealth mode in, please.
Control Alt P.
No can do.
No can do. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just you know what, I'm about ready to start
Or
this thing all
control
over
something
again.
else.
Yeah.
Well, we changed it twice that night, so
But you may have changed it to something else that has other usage, and the reason why it used to work and doesn't now is because because something else, some other window happened to have focus when you triggered it.
Yeah, that'd be my suspect as well. Yeah.
So apparently
I've
P doesn't work.
So Alt P is not a good choice because Alt activates your menu system. But if you hold down Control and Alt and press P, does it? Well, you're in the title field right now. That's where you type a word. You got to go to the hotkey field to change what your key is.
I knew that. I was just seeing if you were paying attention. Uh-oh. Observing keystrokes. Did they go away or are they there?
Yeah, it didn't. Away. I don't think it took that.
Okay, so Control Alt P.
Yeah.
And I let go.
Okay.
Now it's stuck. It. So that's good in Stream Deck, but however, and I apologize. I apologize. There's going to be some mirroring going on. And I don't even know if I can do this while I'm live or not. But I have to go into studio settings, hotkeys. Oh, geez. Where was this at? It's toward the bottom, wasn't it? Oh, here we go. Start the advanced scene switcher. We want it to be not the damn backspace. How do I get... Okay, so
Just press the
Control-Alt
keys.
P,
Just press the keys. Yeah.
and then hit apply. And then hit OK. All right, so here's what we're going to do. The stream is going to temporarily end, and I'm going to start over again. See everybody in a few minutes.